Oh. Yeah. Morning, Carol.
Good morning, David. Well, at least my Zoom works.
Yeah,
Oh
your
my
Zoom works
goodness.
just fine. Isn't that a good thing?
Oh, David, we've had that garage door opener for 30 years.
Uh-oh.
All I kept thinking is, thank goodness it didn't happen when I was on the way to take Ray for a medical appointment or something.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
my goodness. Yeah.
Ah,
And it's just jammed. We can't even open it manually. So we have to call a company today that works on garage doors. But I guess 30 years, it doesn't owe us anything.
yeah.
Yeah.
Guess you guys wanted to stay home today.
Oh, oh my goodness. It's just, yeah. I was up. I waved goodbye to Ray, headed out the door, and said, "Okay, guess that's not happening today."
And here's Linda.
Uh,
Morning.
Good morning. Yes, I had every intention to be there this morning too, and just did not have the energy to make it.
I
So,
see.
you had
Well,
garage door problems, Carol? Is that what I was hearing?
yeah.
yeah. I went to open the automatic garage door opener, and it kept jamming. It wouldn't go up. So we disconnected it, tried to do it manually. It still won't. So I'm I'm locked in the garage.
You're housebound today. Oh,
Exactly. Oh. So we'll call the overhead door. They're local, and they've worked on our home before, so we'll just have to get it taken care of.
yeah, especially if
Uh,
you tell them that you're homebound, you can't get your car out, then they usually
yeah,
react.
even if
It happened to us once when we lived in Gales Ferry, the house there. Same thing. You went to push the auto door and it didn't go up. Fortunately, though, we did know the auto release, the emergency release, and it did work. So it
yeah,
sounds like there's something much more complicated going on if your
yeah.
emergency release
It,
didn't let it go.
no, the emergency release didn't. It's just it's something is locked right in. But as I was telling David, it's a 30-year-old door, 30 plus, so it's time. It's probably needs a repair. But what a morning to do it. It's
Exactly.
uh,
Exactly. Just what you wanted to do, find out at the last minute.
yeah, as I'm dashing out the door.
Good morning, Joanne.
Good morning. Oh, rename
Good
myself
Good
morning,
again. I
morning.
Joanne.
seem to have to do this. Good morning, everybody. Lovely to see you.
Indeed.
I
Just,
see we're all on Zoom today, huh?
yeah. Yeah. I didn't think that was going to be the case, so I was arranged
Arra-
differently, but now I'm rearranging and
Well, for those who haven't been going into the basement, oh no, we've got the echo again. That Carol. Carol, I don't know why you would do that though. Why the rest of us wouldn't.
Okay, I'm going to mute Joanne, see if that fixes it.
Okay. Yeah, it does. I find that strange that only one of us needs
yeah,
to do that.
I do.
Anyway, yeah, I can't quite figure that out. Anyway, no, it's been a noisy basement lately. Between David's kitchen being redone and then yesterday the lawn mowing was going on behind the back door. You
Usually,
just really have to concentrate sometimes, you know.
right. Usually Travis comes on Fridays to do the lawn, but
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen him there on a certainly not on a Wednesday before.
that
Yeah.
was just for you, Joanne.
Oh, thanks. Because I don't mow my lawn enough. The whole goal here is to get berries in and more plants,
Right.
anything but grass.
Well,
Anyway,
we um will by the end of the week our new kitchen will be done, which is we're
amazing.
we're very pleased. 3.5 weeks was much faster than we were um, expecting it to take, and it is absolutely wonderful. So we're very happy.
You're very pleased. That's good. After
And
all that noise and displacement and money, I'm sure it's like
oh
you want
yeah.
it to work, right?
But anyway, it should all be done. So if you do come next week, you can see the finished product.
Yeah.
Not that you've been holding your breath.
Well, that's actually quite a feat, you know. It sounds like, you know, you had to have your kitchen in your living room and
Yep.
still have to function. And nice that it went that quickly for you.
Yeah.
And the kids came
Yeah.
in
We
the middle
had
of it all, which was not expected, right?
right. Didn't expect the kitchen to start until 4 weeks later, but of course it started early, and both of our boys were coming, one with a girlfriend and the other with his wife, and so we had a bit of confusion, but it all worked out. It was an interesting time. So,
Interesting.
what else can you say?
Yeah,
Okay. I forgot to ask Carol, did you have fun in Maine?
Oh, very much so, David. Thank you. Thank you.
Good. So, questions or reports on Heaven and Earth Movement 3? Um, what are you feeling? What aren't you feeling? What is working? What isn't working? What questions do you have?
I sorry I missed last week's class. There was just a meeting that got thrown at me that I
Yeah.
had to be at. It happens. I'm clear about I'm clear about the notes and all of that makes sense. I think the one thing that's rattling around in my head, and I can't remember if it, where it came from, is moving into it, and that am I moving too quickly to have my hands in position to go up. I feel like I'm kind of that question arose, and I don't think it was just from myself. So I
You
think
mean
that's my only question at this point is just that very beginning movement.
the preparatory
Yes, yeah.
movement? That can be as long or as short as you'd like it to be. Um, it's um, it should be a complete breath, but it is sometimes I think my answer is you just have to kind of feel what's right on a given day. There are days when it seems like a short breath is all you need there. And there are
Uh-huh.
days when you really need to take the time and let that slow breath develop, because that's what you, of course, want to be using in the rest of the movement.
Right. Right.
So it really is that particular piece is really up to you.
And then at what position are our hands in when we begin to move up? I think that's the other piece of the question.
So when you do that preparatory movement, your weight is center weighted and you are bending and twisting in, but
Yep.
without really moving the arms forward, back, or out to the sides
Uh-huh.
particularly. So when you let's see, do I need to change camera maybe? Because you
I think that's fine.
can't quite see me there, can you?
Yeah.
There we go. Um, so when you step out and come into center, you're just in your basic structure and you're open the armpits and all the other cavities that you want to have open. And in that preparatory movement, you are simply bending and twisting in and lengthening in so that you are prepared to go into this movement, which is when the arms move.
Okay.
So
Yep.
when you start one, that's when the arms begin to move forward and up.
Okay. That's helpful. Thank you. Yep.
Sure. Other questions there or thoughts or anything about three?
What we did on 3 last week was really, really good. The idea of pausing at each one of them, that helped me to really feel that energy with each one of them
Mhm.
and the shape of things.
Right.
I think there was a couple of times during the week that I felt myself slipping back into the Taoist spine stretch instead of the true bend. But I think hopefully I got that worked out of the system. I tried. But I guess my question is coming in 5 and 6.
Okay.
I'm feeling like when you're doing that what you're making the motion
Mm,
of pulling the energy from the earth and then pulling it up through. I feel like when I do that, I feel like my armpits closed, that I'm doing this, and right
Mhm.
here, my armpits are
mm.
closed.
Yep.
So, how do I avoid that kind of thing?
Don't lower your elbows so much.
Oh,
Keep them
okay.
out.
So,
I mean,
keep them
I mean,
keep them
you
away from my body,
remember,
or
remember that the space you need is that of a robin's egg, which is not huge, very small. So when you make that movement, and and one of the things to remember is that all the way through every part of this, there is constant movement. Nothing stops.
Mhm.
So that bringing the energy up is not a grab and hold and circle the fists. It's
right?
it's as in many other movements we do, you're gradually pulling in and coming up and over and down through that circle. And the eventually while you are certainly moving the energy from um, beneath your feet to above your head, your focus is on the microcosmic circuit. So as you bring that energy up, you're thinking of getting the energy to go up the spine to the top of the head and come to this point where the tongue touches at the roof of the mouth.
Okay.
That's the root of the um, can't say the word this morning. The conception vessel's in front. The back one is
Hmm.
the control vessel. That's not
Okay.
the
We'll
right
get
word, but
get where you're going.
I'm having a little block there this morning. But so as you come up, you're really focusing on the energy moving from the perineum up the spine, over the top of the head, down to this point. And then as the arms release, and one of the reasons why that release needs to be just that, not an open the hands and let go, but a real attention to allowing that release to happen, because the conception, opening the conception vessel from the point in the mouth down to the perineum is one of the most difficult channels to open clearly in the body,
Hmm.
because there are places in it that we block pretty securely sometimes. The throat notch in particular, and the heart. Usually the dantian by this time of your training is not a big issue, but both the throat and the heart are places where we tend to really have difficulty releasing that flow of energy in the conception vessel. So that's why you're taking that time to try to allow that flow to open up. And you can even, if you feel it blocked, to even focus on dissolving it and allowing it to flow, but without stopping. But so you may be moving very slowly through that last part, through 7. So when you're actually doing this, it's really important not to rush. Now, when we're doing it in class, I don't often focus on that, because usually, at least the first few times, you need to go very, very slowly. Questions about that?
That helps.
Yeah.
Yep. Yes. Yeah.
Anything for you, Carol?
No, I think Joanne and Linda addressed the issues that I was concerned with, especially with the just kind of looking at the movements in 3 separate parts. That really helped from the video last week, that I could concentrate on each one.
And one of the things that I found was in learning this practice was that the more I could allow the breath to be really full and soft and long, the easier it was to really get that energy to move into and through the brain. It's a really important part of this. It's one of the many practices that are referred to as brain cleansing.
Mhm.
And another thing that I don't know, I have to admit, I don't remember right at the moment how much I emphasize this, but it as you come down, it's really important to clearly feel the connection between the Laogong point and the point where your tongue touches at the roof of the mouth. And to
Mhm.
maintain
Mhm.
that connection as the fingers drop and the elbows rise, because that really is how it makes that transition from the brain into the side channels and goes down. So anything else anybody wants to say,
Throw
just
at you.
throw at me just at the moment? No, I love
These are
questions.
very helpful. No, I agree. These are all really helpful.
Yep. Okay. So what I'd like you to do is to do 10 repetitions of heaven and earth. and particularly at the moment focusing on movement three. Um, and before you start, have we talked about the weight shift in this? Did I?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think I did that yet.
I think there was one very quick one. I asked a question about it, and I think there was, you gave it very, very quickly, but I don't think that's really been a
Okay.
big.
Actually, I I think I won't go into that today, but I will do it next week. Because I want you really to focus on movement three today. So do 10 reps.
David, do you want us facing forward or sideways?
Ah, yeah.
Well, let's do sideways today.
Okay.
Good. So, couple of things. Um, in that first preparatory movement, really be aware that you're not, as a matter of fact, in none of the movements are we bending forward from the qua.
Mm.
We are bending from the middle of the spine.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the qua is folding, and this preparatory movement can be quite small. It doesn't have to be huge, but it's an extension of the head and neck, a tucking of the tailbone, a slight bend of the spine, slight bend of the qua, slight bend of elbows, shoulders, scapula, fingers, everything twisting in. And as you go up into one, you're bringing the elbows in and you're continuing to extend all the way through to this point. So you don't complete straightening the body to your basic structure straight until the end of two. One of the things I saw was extending up and then beginning to bend in.
Mm-hmm.
You've really got to feel that extension through the whole body, all the way to the end of two. And then in three, everybody's doing quite well with the arms, but remember that the body continues to bend, and with a little bit of sync all the way to this point, and then begins to rise and straighten. And the movement here is down the side channels to the qua, around the hip, and down the outside of the legs, just like dragon and tiger. And then going, and then again, really in six, again, not letting yourself bend solely from the qua, but from the center of the spine. So not letting this movement become this movement,
Uh-huh.
but really being aware of allowing that pulling up of the energy to occur as the whole spine bends and then straightens in whatever way it needs to do. So, questions in there?
No?
Okay.
No, that's helpful.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, Not that all of that applies to all three of you, but um, hopefully that'll help you look at your movement, because I did enlarge each one of you, so you can look at your movement on here and mine, and perhaps be able to make those corrections yourself. So
One of the things I did notice, because this is not my first time learning this,
yeah.
is that I was more aware of my feet because I've already gone over that. I'm not sure I'm 100% doing it correctly or remembering it correctly, but being aware of that I think I've just been doing that.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
I had learned it before. So Be
Right.
good for review at some point.
As as always.
Yes, as always.
Okay. Let me see here. So, either Carol or Linda have any questions or thoughts you want to put out? Okay.
No, just ideas of where I need to focus in my practice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, going to our meditation. So, first, a little bit of really, in a way, kind of information that may be helpful in terms of where we're going eventually, which is quite a ways down the road. So there are many methods of meditation, and we've been working on some of the Taoist basics, which will lead us to being able to get the most out of meditation experience. Being able to feel energy letting go and become open is the way of Lao Tzu and Chuang-Tzu. Many of us have heard the words of this path in the Tao Te Ching, Chuang-Tzu, and the Yi Jing. However, the practical meditation methods behind the words are hidden. This method of meditation has actually four major practice subdivisions. The first, which is what, of course, we are beginning to work on, is to become present to your body and the energies inside you. And most important, present to awareness itself, which can enable you to recognize the subtleties of the deeper layers of energy. This awareness is very alive and active inside us, whether we recognize it right away or not. The second one is in any meditation practice, without understanding morality, one will be contained by your karma. Taoism holds that every meditator needs to have inside and personally, needs to both inside and personally discover the roots of the morality you are willing to live your life by. Many spiritual traditions over-codify and dictate the conditions of morality. They say, this is what my God says you should do, or this is what you must do, and often with an or else attached to it. Taoism takes the position that awareness of situations, your mental response to them, and the likely effects they will cause in the depths of your being and their resulting karmic flow must be considerably investigated. And you probably need to have your personal goal get that. You engage in this until universal loving kindness and balance pervade inside the root of your thinking process and your heart, so that the innate intelligence inside each of us leads our life. So, to accomplish this, a meditator must contemplate what their personal relationship to morality can be. It is wise to start by getting one's own mind house in order, not uh, deciding what others should do, but working out one's own internal garbage. Otherwise, the hypocrisy to which we all are prone to um, is um, very much a difficulty. So you do this by considering how to pursue a course of action, the ways it can affect and mold your deepest unconscious mechanisms, how it will color the experience of all that will occur in life, and how it is likely to both affect others and the society in which you live. Most importantly, morality and ethics mean for you to join and connect how all the little moral pieces join and interact, including you, others, and the situation in which you find yourself. In Taoist meditation, a moral basis can only spring from heightened awareness, both externally and internally, rather than um, blindly following a simplistic set of rules, which, when self-interest um, predominates, can easily corrupt and an original positive event intent. So central to all this is that guiding principle that there are no absolutes. What seems simple on the surface may only may or may not be simple when you get to the underneath. So what may seem to be initially kind or not, in fact, when seen from a different or larger, free and clear and perhaps unknown connected space, becomes quite a different event. So to engage this significant task of investigating morality requires developing general, a great deal of awareness and clarity. To do this, the meditator must ponder from multiple levels and then look at a wide variety of moral issues. After this, you must sit and meditate and release some or all of your conflicts and conditioning that prevent you from recognizing and realizing your initial numbness. So in this end, you can be truly morally present in whatever situation you find yourself, so that what generates your moral intentions goes beyond being dominated by self-interest. So at In Taoist meditation, all the pros I'm sorry, pondering on morality and ethics boils down to arriving at the basic principles which the meditator seeks to establish as a second nature within themselves. First one is balance. You ultimately can only arrive at this highest level from a basic understanding of emptiness. And secondly, basic compassion, where you can, as much for others and for yourself, a compassion that considers the balance of the entire situation, a compassion driven by a clear intelligence that only well-developed subtle awareness can ultimately generate. Because compassion without intelligence and wisdom can be as destructive as it can be positive. And third, the third Taoist meditation subdivision, you recognize how to let go and become free from where you are stuck. You let that which is closed, paralyzed, or contracted become internally open and spacious, and in every level of your being. This is accomplished in Lao Tzu's branch of Taoism by using the meditation process called inner dissolving. This is the hallmark technique of old Taoism. We have been working to develop the basic process of outer dissolving. And then we will begin to work before too long on inner dissolving, where we can develop a relaxed concentration and awareness of the intersection of body, mind, and presence, without which progress is only painstakingly slow. Developing relaxed concentration is essentially important if you wish to do inner dissolving, or actually any other form of meditation. Now, the fourth subdivision is to find the vibrant and still point beyond time and change and engage with it on all levels. Inner dissolving is the foundation of this final stage of meditative practice, which we sometimes refer to as reaching enlightenment. So sit and be very aware of your structure, because it is important that your structure is good so that the energy can flow through it. And be very aware of your breathing. Using as much of Taoist longevity breathing as you can without effort. Beginning with breathing into the Dantian. and then the sides into the spleen and liver. And the lower back, breathing into the pelvic area. And then very importantly, the middle back into the kidneys. And then into the upper back, very aware of not moving the chest. But breathing into the heart. And if you can, into the mind itself. And allowing this breath to help you be aware of your body. From the crown of the head, all the way down to the bottom of the feet. And letting yourself become aware of the energy moving through your body. Relax and release. And allow that energy to sink down into the earth. The energy that sinks is that which your body can no longer use. And it is regenerated in the earth and returned. And then see if you can extend your mind through your body. This is very different than just being aware of the sinking of the energy. Now you begin to be very aware the flow of the energy, but also every single part inside your body. Let yourself become very present and aware. Then going to the crown of your head to Bai Hui, beginning the process of scanning and being aware of any one of the four conditions. As you become aware of one of them, wherever it may be, endeavoring to relax it, ice to water, and release it, water to gas. And as you come to a point where you can pause, we will close. And in all benefit gained from this practice, how to help all the sentient creatures of the universe. Any questions or thoughts today?
I have no questions, but my thoughts of was how appropriate and timely the words on morality were for today. It's
Indeed.
9/11. It's the day after a political assassination. It's a time when we need to really center on this.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a great week.
Yes, thank you. See you all next week.
Um, thank you, Linda and Carol, for your Venmo. Um, and this is the first week of a,
Okay, I can give you that next week when I'm in, David. Okay.
that's fine.
Yeah.
And
Since
next
it's
week,
usually faster than the post office, to
yes.
be honest, these days.
And next week is the beginning of the gods too. So
Okay, so it's a bigger check.
yeah,
Okay,
all
I
in
can do
one.
that. No
Thank you
problem.
very
Okay,
much. Have a
thank
great
you.
week.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, David.
Bye.
Bye.
We're going to come and hear you. Oh, guess not. Oh, that's not what it is. That's what it is.